And we're going to be finding out how it unfolds right here, right now. Inferno, one chance left for these two teams to get to the grand final.
And look at this purchase coming up from Nixuh, smoke flash and a Molotov. So they have been thinking this through. They got backup plans in case the bomb does go down somewhere. They're going to be slowing it down. The smoke is on ADM and the kit. He's still in their coffins. It is going to be a B onslaught and they're trotting in. They're going to find no one sitting at home, so all the real estate is going to be theirs. How far back do they push ADM? That's my question. You assist in your sandbags, your ops, there we go. They're going to go crossfire going to, they can't go beyond this point.
Switch.
They need to understand this. Now picks up the first, he pivots, he almost gets a second. It's Sonic who gets the trade, but lately he just keeps the advantage and becomes difficult for Nixuh to get into this. They still have a molly, a smoke, and a kit, Matt. How does this unfold for them?
It's really difficult though because they don't have anybody in Banana. Now they have to try and get the job done from Church and CT, and the man, he just lines them up and knocks them down with the Glock. 3 kills to finish off the round and a quad ultimately.
Crazy, 4 of a kind. He loves that. And did he have the P2?
No, he had the Glock.
All right, Glock rock.
Yeah.
That's a good start. 0-1. A convincing pistol round. You can just buy AK and all the utility. But in a map like Inferno, I will say this again, on the T side, to convert the second, you need at least 2 players in a Mac 10 getting full utility for anything that goes wrong. And there we go, 2 players. There's more money. Frozen, don't leave spawn with that, your cash dollar. No molly, not enough Molotovs in my opinion, so let's just see how this unfolds. Especially for Banana, if they do want to go there, they need to push Triton as far back as possible. In fact, it's the T's who opted to smoke first and top Banana. That gives Triton a breath of fresh air for the next 30-40 seconds. And so the rest of the pod, the defending side on the A side is just waiting for information. That's the man's risky play, but if it's going to pay off, you'll find no one at home. All the real statuses, they have the utility to exec on the B side. But Nixuh smelling something funny.
Yeah, they started with only 1 player towards B. Now they have majority of their players on the side of the map. Good information found there by Sonic as well, pushed in, and it's going to be a retake towards the top of Banana. Oh god, Chappie says, mate, it's for the cause. He takes down his teammate and he gets the kill on Black Poison.
Yeah, rather you than me.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Age before beauty.
Yeah. Well, the smokes are down. The site seems locked out. No utility to stop the bomb plant with grenade combos or of such. It's ADM. And what do you think the call should be here? They got the man disadvantage on the retake. And there we go.
Sure,
you say
yeah.
You fight another day. Inferno is one of those maps.
Yeah, there's no ways you're retaking with 2 scouts in the Mag 7.
Yeah. Especially the Mag 7. I thought that Mag 7 should have been in Banana with that half wall.
True. Right. Absolutely. Half wall is the place to be with that gun, man. Unfortunate, I mean, 2 players very low right now here for Black Lamb. Of course, Nixuh wouldn't have the luxury of that information. And
don't do it, Kani. Your family needs you.
Nearly hangs around too long there, but he will be able to get out with the scout.
Okay, 12 HP. It's good. But I think Sonic's approach was going your apps, close quarter engagement, same thing. But everybody kind of has the back of their head. Apps is the easiest place to get kills with the shotgun, a CZ, a 5.7, anything. It becomes a brawl there in apps. So let's just, again, pick the path of least resistance. So you see a lot of teams heading towards Banana, making sure they molly sandbags, molly corner, get the flash popping on the top left, they clear it out. Insta CT smoke. Don't leave that room of opportunity open in CT spawn. As soon as you have those mollies down, insta smoke CT. So you let them know if you are going to approach and take that fight. If you lose that, we have the side.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Certainly something to keep in the back of our minds as we go into the rest of the half year, how the teams approach it. Obviously, the save guns from the previous round, pretty much all Nixuh have to work with, and already -1 of the scouts from the equation.
4 versus 4. Basically, a rinse and repeat of the previous round. Still utility flexi, gives the advantage back, and there's not much to work with. Triton's got a USPN utility. He's squishy. Black Poison, no armor. He's squishy. It's only ADM. I almost feel like maybe just gamble at this point. Same thing as previous round. Rather just save. So you're on this defending side, so you can just save. You don't really lose as much as the T's if you end up, saving in the AKs or whatever in certain rounds. Loss bonus isn't really impactful or affects you at all.
Oh god, the man just straight through the smoke there. Might have heard the scope of ADM and obliterates him.
Like I said, the man in Banana, that's his thing. So you'll repeatedly see him putting pressure, trying to get in those nooks and crannies. Timing is the most important thing in Banana between utility, what's being thrown first. If you can pick up on sequence of events, you can start capitalizing. You'll see Nixuh have got layers and layers on the defending side and how they take Banana, whether they bait you into coming into Banana,
oh, wow.
and then they're throwing util behind you. 3 kills.
Speaking of behind you.
Oh, get the money! Get the paper! 1!
One's
Only
not enough.
1?
One's not enough to be happy with that.
Where's your AWPers must be saying something. Say something in chat, AWPer. Bro, you could have got 2, bought me an AWP rounds, could have been easy. But the Mac 10, I mean, if you don't know the spray pattern, that was the first one.
Even get a replay of that, that's brutal.
Yeah, we got that in 4K.
I mean, he did it the right way. You always go for the harder kill first, and then you transition to the easier frag afterwards. If you go for the easy one, the hard one's always difficult to collect second.
Yeah. People forget that every gun in Counter-Strike has a spray pattern from your Glock
except
to your AK. Even it's a spray pattern, I swear.
I'm pretty sure it's random.
Nope, there's a spray pattern to every
Just
weapon.
No one knows it then.
No one wants to study it. No one wants to practice it. You got to get into it.
That feels like
every spray
RNG, but
pattern.
yeah, it's a weird one.
It's RNG after like 16, 17 bullets, but there's a strict spray pattern to every weapon. I done did the research, bro.
First full gun round, yeah, tools. The man's burning out.
Fire,
God.
brother,
Did he have a smoke?
It's hot.
Yeah.
With the nade, but this is what I'm saying. They bait you in banana, and then they hit you with that utility. They don't even have to see you to eliminate you.
They didn't even see a single person, didn't even fire off a single bullet. They get themselves 2 kills to open up the round.
That's nice.
Yeah, real good.
So that's an early Christmas present, in my opinion.
And Nixuh needed this as well to start off their campaign. I mean, they didn't want to fall behind like they did on Dust 2 and then chase the game.
Exactly, and they didn't want to get in position where they're in the post plant because they have no kits. So they're taking the gamble. Reinforcing utility is key. They know they've got a strong banana, early impression, and looking at the setup now, they've tucked in and they can make this gamble. So effectively, if Black Poison wanted to hit the Black Lamb wanted to hit the A side, 3v3. If they hit the B side, it's going to be a 2v3. So if they go 1-for-1, it's still in the favor of Nixuh. One molly left and 4 flashbangs? They are bleeding them dry. It is becoming expensive, especially if they start to lose a few more numbers. AWP on Frozen. If they can get that first entry clean, we're on. The game's on. This round is open cards. Flashes come out, and that's going to be blinding Triton, forcing him off his angle. He pivots towards first oranges, making it harder. They take high ground and they overwhelm them.
Oh, no.
Clean entries. In fact, it's the rotator. There's still one more member, and ADM gets taken out. He did get 1 kill, and it's Frozen. It's the ice-cold killer. Oh, 2 versus 1. Bomb needs to go down 9 seconds. Black Poison is just looking left, right, and center to say, boys, we had the advantage. We had them locked in. We had all the information. We had no right to put ourselves in a disadvantageous position. So he needs to step up to the plate. No kit, bear that in mind.
Absolute disaster. How has Black Poison ended up in this 1 versus 2 clutch? Time ticking away. As you say, not only is he against these 2 players, but the clock is against him as well right now. He needs to get both these kills in the next 10 seconds, make that 8, and he's compromised his position. There's no chance anymore. Best he could hope for now is to lock them in the bomb sites itself and let them go down with him, but not even that's going to be afforded to him. What a round coming through from Frozen Tools. I mean, the way that he gets that kill through the smoke on Kani, I don't think he saw him. He just went for a pot shot, gets the frag, and that's a 5v3 that they win.
Shot in the dark, just spam, because you know they're going to come from that direction.
Yeah.
Your riflers, if they don't take care of the boys in the side, we've lost the round regardless. So let me just assume. And then he takes high ground and gets the next rotator while the guy stands strong on the side. I think it was Lately who opened up the can on that, sitting on Family.
Yeah.
But me, it's just, it's weird. I don't know how they didn't find not a single kill between the 2.
Yeah.
While they weren't blind, they weren't molly out of position anywhere as well.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, great response from Black Lamb after going down into the 5v3 to execute in the B bomb site. You know, that is the fallback option on Inferno when you're on the T side and you lose the numbers game. You can still execute in towards B because you know there's probably only 2 players there, so then you have a 3v2 on the execute, and you have to find those kills, and they trade favorably, and they lock it down in the post plant. And as a result, Nixuh have to eco, but that was their opening round on a silver platter, Tools, and they spill the opportunity.
Yeah, again, if a team's got to throw, you got to be able to catch, and they're opening it up. And Sonic, the Deagle, and thing towards middle, was there no smoke? Yeah, that was just the player just trying to get free information. Chappie gets punished. No trades come in favor. All armor on the Nixuh boys. So none of them squishy. They're all going to be hard. Going to be a formidable opponent. Scout and Black Poison. 4-man stack on the A side. So again, it's just a gamble. 50 seconds. Plenty time to be still navigating how to recover this type of round. No smokes or any utility. So wherever they go, it's going to be easy. Just watch out for those bullets.
Yeah, exactly that. The only thing that could stop them right now is some heroics from the Nixuh players. Triton is in position with the Deagle. He's got support coming through from Black Poison. Scout, I believe it is, there towards Coffins. Not a huge amount of time left remaining, so if Nixuh can create a bit of chaos, maybe they can make something happen here. The man desperately trying to create space for his team to come through and get the plant.
Seems like it will go down. An extra smoke and flakes spawn in any case. He picks up frag through the smoke and backstage, and it just seems like things are slowly starting to stabilize for Black Lamb, but they're not out the lines then just yet. It's Sonic and backstage, second headshot of the round. The man is the play. He's forced to go big.
God.
He's forced to stand tall up against Nixuh, and he cleans it up. 4 of a kind? Was that 4?
I think it was another quad kill coming through from him. And yeah, sure, anti-eco, but how instrumental were those frags? It's not like it was an easy cleanup in the round. He's up to 11 and 2 right now. Most kills anybody has on Nixuh is 3.
Ew. That's gross.
Yeah, that's not exactly
That's gross,
what
bro.
And they're on the CT side of Inferno.
It's the easier side.
Yeah, so this is not the start of the map Nixuh would have hoped for, Tools. And you got to wonder, where is their mental at? I mean, they were winning 15-3 at one point on Nuke. They then won the map eventually 16-12, which means they lost 9 rounds in a row. Eventually, they won the map. It means that they're probably a little bit frail, maybe?
Yeah, not too sure. When I look at it from just the bird's eye perspective, you should be able to stop the Bleach sooner than they are when you're looking at the performance on Nuke translating to the performance share 0 and 5. Sonic can open up the scoreboard against Frozen, so that was a good one-on-one off duel. He'll like that, and that just suppresses further danger. You want to get out of the hands. Lately opts for the AWP, and again, bunching up towards the B side, so it seems they might have this instinct and sensed weakness there. So will this B side hold once more? Will they push the envelope on this smoke? And yeah, we'll get above it in ADM and Triton. Just double teaming him, the man just overextending a little bit. At the same time, he just wanted to just open up the opportunity. He's been playing well, so he probably just had that confidence within him. So it's okay. I'll give him the leeway. 0-5 up. He gets the entry on ADM and Coffins.
Yeah, who
starts
knows?
Open.
True. I mean, he wanted to get ahead of that smoke, I think, and that's, you know, split decision type scenario. Still going to commit in towards this B bomb site once again. Another 3 versus 5. Nixuh cannot afford to drop this one though, Tools. We saw them lose it in the 4th round when they had that 5v3.
Yeah. Now, Black Lamb have more utility than they had back then. But it seems like it's a labored approach on the entry lately. Perhaps communicating. He's going to be looking for an opening so far. I mean, anyone presents themselves, you should be able to take that
needed
shot.
that so badly. Yeah, that was the kill.
And I feel like now it's just the hope is dwindling. The round, 18 seconds, fading away, simmering. But I mean, consolation frags, that's all it's going to be. That's Sonic second for the round, Cannibalistic. Sonic he's getting some frags on the board, picking up some big numbers. He needs them. 1 and 5. Unlike
Nixuh, I mean, Kani struggling, Triton as well, only 1 kill each right now.
Yeah, the B-side's struggling.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen them aggressively take Banana besides that one gun round, which they still lost in any case. Go back to what worked. Just fix your late round approach, because that was the actual problem. So now it just feels like they're taking that. I don't know if it's being a bit timid, something you cannot afford in Counter-Strike. I'd tell you by all means, that's how you lose games and tournaments. So they need to get back to their confidence, take Banana as they are now. That's the first Molotov. I'm sure this utility being thrown in, and the man, yeah, a bit overzealous, too courageous, if I may say so myself.
Again, though, that's what you get when you have the man in your team, is he'll win you a bunch of rounds like that, but then sometimes it also won't work out, right? Yeah, apps pop coming through. 3 players coming out of apartments itself. Util over the top from Chappie. Frozen desperately leading the charge. Actually somehow able to get that first kill. Now the pressure starts to mount on the defense. Lately he's found another. And that smoke is going to circumvent the bomb site. There's no control anymore for Nixuh.
Big nade! Touchdown! Sonic puts it a 3v3. He's like, alright, we're going in, boys. I got the kill, I got the entry. But the bomb slowly but surely. But no, the Tech 9 Rec 9. The lurk from Chappie. We'll see this quite often again. He'll get his man. He's more of a nuisance against the opponents. But 2 versus 2. Lately, Flexi, Tech 9 and an A1 to be able to retrieve. Flash is going to go in towards the site. The post plants look quite decent. Even the Tech 9's getting a bit close for better combat. And it's a 1 versus 1, ADM 15. He needs a clean headshot into Flexi. Flexi probably has understanding that he has the advantage.
Yes.
It's ADM who needs to win this round and defuse the bomb of some sort and somehow. But the chicken seems to be an obstacle. Could be a distraction of some sort. No way!
He's got it!
No way!
He's got just enough time. No, it's done.
I don't believe it!
Boom!
Me eyes!
Oh no!
Yes!
Not like this!
Faith and humanity prevails.
I thought he had it. I looked at the clock. There was 5 seconds left once he tapped the defuse or started to come through with it. But we were lied to. And Adam is devastated. But that was perfectly played by Flexi. When he timed the peak, he waited a few seconds. He didn't peek out as the bomb was tapped. Yeah. And that extra pause is what won him the clutch.
It's even more impressive from ADM's one tap there. It's like, sure. Like, I don't know. Flexi had the understanding that he's low. I guess it's only a headshot angle. It's only way you can get expect a kill there, but he hit the shot.
That was
and
an
he almost
eco,
cuts
though,
it out.
for Black Lamb.
Yeah. As soon as I saw the man go down, the minimap just kind of showed me, all right, back to his immigration and banana. I think the man needs to change up his approach here.
Three
But back
times
to
in a row now, yeah.
he needs to just change up his approach. Back to the previous round, what I was mentioning is people don't understand the power of the bulk burst. They've been doing it since 1.6 and it still works. It's all about timing. It's like basketball. You got to put up a screen to delude the enemy that you actually can't be there with all the utility and pressure. They smoked top banana. So the man was just a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, sure. Worked out perfectly. Able to get those initial kills. Good attempt from Nixuh in the end, but the damage had been done and they weren't able to rescue it in the end.
Is there... Again, broke. No utility sitting on the side of Nixuh. It's going to come down to the weaponry. Just a nade and a Molotov on Black Poison.
Again, the B bomb site going to be under scrutiny here. And both the players are towards CT tools, so they will get isolated by the smokes, though.
I love it, because the guy on the bottom is going to spam free kill for the guy on top.
Yeah, sure. Bait and switch.
In fact, they don't even smoke CT. Did someone miss it? Or forget it? Both. In fact, they missed it and forgot it. But anyway, the movement, man disadvantage. There's still realms in the parallel world. This round is winnable. No kit on the side of Nixuh, so they take their time getting into this. It could be dire. AWP on Frozen. Let's not forget about that kid. He's been slapping and dapping.
Yeah, Plant actually comes through. I thought that was going to be really difficult. Now they can start to mount the pressure, but that's a huge kill from Black Boys, and that's going to ignite the retake.
Not even one?
Yeah, not even one in the end. That's a mega round for Nixuh, though, because if they lose that, things can really start to snowball out of control.
Yeah, now they can reinvest in more utility. Even if they lose the next round, they'll have a bit of coin in their pocket to start throwing around, start blessing each other. But it's this consistency and stringing them together which is important. Not only for morale, but just to be able to reinvest in the AWP, because that thing isn't cheap.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna have to be a half buy here for Black Laminate, I believe. As for the man, you already mentioned it, probably going to have to see a bit of a change-up in approach. He's been killed 3 times in a row now, where he's lost his life out at the start. Yeah. He's been the opening kill, I think, for the past 3 rounds without getting a frag, so...
Maybe take another brother with him.
Yeah. Just throw him in first. Use him
bait him.
Put him on the end of your fishing rod.
So guys, I'm having a good series. If you die for me, we'll win.
It will be worth
guarantee you that.
And Lately is leading the charge now, by the way. Very fast through the molly. They take so much damage from the utility. More response from the util. And Black Lamb don't even really have anything to show for the super aggressive approach and taking so much damage in the process.
Nothing. I mean, 2 players, 1 player half HP, Triton pretty much in headshot range, but they're still going to proceed and move in. That flashbang isn't good enough, and they catch the close quarter engagements, and they're going to be wrapping around. This becomes hairy if they can't just put a lid in it, but Triton is aware. He's getting encroached from all angles. It's the last player remaining. Chappy with the tech line, still dangerous, and he's looking to do eco damage. That should be going through his head. Make it painful. But unfortunately, ADM, he closes it off 3-6, and it's a CT-sided map, so you expect the CT to be putting more on the board. So maybe the next couple of rounds be a good indication that Nixuh are finally starting to get their bearings straight.
All 3 maps so far, it's been one team just dominating from the beginning. You know, you think about Dust 2 and Nuke before this. It was Black Lamb who went up 6-2 and won the half 12-3 on Dust 2, 12-3 half on Nixuh on Nuke as well. Will we see a closer half here? I mean, I'm sure we will.
Yeah, I mean, as an added fan of the game, I would like to see a comeback. I want to see normality, like a 9-6 score. We know it's going to be an exciting game, but Black Lamb end up picking up 12 rounds on the T side.
More pace. Again, did they end up forcing in the previous round? I thought it was an eco.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to understand this, but let's just unpack this round, see it unfold. 2 versus 2. Oh, things are happening. ADM is on 12 HP. Where did he come from? Was he always at the A side? Who knows? But the bomb should be going down very shortly. A smoke in the man, so he can even lay down a moto smoke or a ducky smoke. He has an off as well, but you pick that decision of them all?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's down to Frozen. He's saying, bro, but I'm the main AWPer. Fine, I'll use an AK. He's gonna swing wide. He gets the spray down.
Wow.
Ice cold in his veins.
Beautiful stuff coming through there from Frozen to clutch out the 1v2. Able to save the AWP as well. That's another eco round 1 by Black Lamb. That's 2.5 so far. And I was wondering how they ended up with an eco, because I thought that time they rushed the B bomb site in the 6th round, I think it was, or the 7th round, I thought that was a half buy.
They mismanaged their funds.
Yeah.
Simply put, 2 players couldn't fully invest, so they thought, I would have invested fully in that previous round because you knew only 1 player survived on the side of Nixuh. You could have broken the economy.
Yeah,
so
but they
again,
still do.
They still do, or kind of. Well, after now, they will. They kind of gave them an escape route into this round. They allow them to purchase this round. But it's okay, 7-3, 1 round away from winning the half. Frozen, it's back to the big green, the guy he really wanted the previous round. But he's proved he can do it with both the rifle and the RVP.
Yeah, true that. Nixuh are going to be reeling, man. Haven't been able to build up that momentum. And it seems like it's the fast-paced rounds with which they're struggling the most. You think about that apps first, and now it was that fast play in towards mid. They're not able to maintain their composure.
100%. And if we look how Dust 2 played out, it was, again, disruptive Counter-Strike coming out of Black Lamb. They need to incorporate that same concept here in some way. ADM, I think he's the only player on the B side, or it's a double stack. But it doesn't look good for me. It's not about a fade, it's a double stack.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. An innovation coming through. Then watching a few demos.
This is actually the best T side we've seen in the series so far, because both times we had the 12-3 halves, it was 12 rounds won on the CT side. So now we're actually seeing a team do some damage on the T side itself.
Truth has been spoken.
And if Black Lamb win this, they get 9-3 for free. We're going to wait and see whether that's the case or not.
Well, they've busted the B side open with 3 players. Now they have 4 utilities coming out, but they've cheated over the rotation.
Nice
Sonic
bait.
seems to be at the right place at the right time. He's going to be rotating in, setting up the flash. Eddie and blind, but he doesn't care. Picks up the kill. In any case, Triton boosted up. He's good for 2. Frozen trades it out. 9 HP left. Orpa versus Orpa for the time being. Oh, they're ready, and Sonic always good with the position.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't overplay his hand at all. 7-4. Nixuh win the key round there. So even when they are losing to these ecos, at least they're winning the round immediately afterwards to make sure things again don't spiral out of control.
100%. Was the bomb? Did the bomb go down there? No.
No.
Ah, they're broke boys.
Yeah, Sonic's position, even though he doesn't get any kills initially there, just the fact that he takes the bait away from the bomb site means that Black Lamb don't anticipate 2 players to be in the B bomb site as well.
100%. I mean, these have been proven to be the most dangerous rounds from Black Lamb. These half buys.
Yeah.
Some players 3 with armor, some with utility, just to create that mismatch. I've always hated the approach of all 5 players buy deagles. It's like, bro, but what if we... No, it doesn't make sense. Only a few buy deagles, a few buy takedowns. Options are plenty with that. Timings of the essence shot. He's picked up 2, Flexi and Lately and Chappie. Everyone gets a piece. The A side has crumbled.
Again, it's these aggressive plays. It's the pistols. Nixuh aren't able to keep up with the pace. They can't find the initial kills. Are they overplaying their hand? Are they giving the fights away? Are they not maybe covering each other enough? Either way, I mean, they are getting decimated by these pistols. This is the 3rd eco round, or should I say the 3rd anti-eco round they're about to lose in this half alone, Tools.
That's definitely not good signs. It kind of shows, I mean, I wouldn't say the lack of awareness, but you're not aware of the openings and the timings that you're vulnerable to as the A side. One's on the left, one's on the right, one's sending pit. If you're all 3 taking separate fights, that means all 3 of you on 50-50 duels. That means there's no crossfires and there's no cohesion. And that's exactly that was.
Exactly.
And you know Black Lamb's got good flashes. That's the only way the guy on the ducky was blind.
As you say, all 3 players on that A-bomb side were all taking their own individual fights, and they all lost their fights, and that's how you just lose the round off the bat.
Yeah.
Those kills came in such quick succession for Black Lamb as well. So they're just devastating Nixuh at this point.
3 ecos, my mental will be shot.
Man.
3 ecos?
And still not 1 tack timeout either.
No, oh my goodness, where's the coach? Get TC in ya.
Oh, God. All right. Well, 8-4, Black Lamb. This is the decider, Tools. Guys, lest we forget, the loser of this map is eliminated from contention for the regional finals, or should I rather say the grand finals, the finals on LAN where you'll compete against other African teams. Nixuh were the favorites. They are the favorites, not only for the regional finals in South Africa, but to win the entire event. Yeah. To be eliminated by Black Lamb here in the semi-final would be a disaster.
100%, and you can use that argument to, yep, Nixuh would probably perform better online, but mate, you got to actually get there.
You got to get there
and the path
first,
is from online, and right now Black Lamb are looking quite, outrageously, proficient.
Yeah, they are. And these are deserved rounds, man. These aren't falling into their laps. They're grinding these rounds out right now.
Doesn't even feel like they're lucky rounds. They're piecing them together.
Yeah, it's deserved. Nixuh have gone for the investment here, Tools. Lose this round, and this half gets very ugly very quickly.
Yeah.
Great shot there from Kani on the first, but he wants more. Not contented just to eventually loses his life, and Lately will double down as a response. That blows the door wide open on this A bomb site, and it's all on Black Poison, and he's fairly low right now.
Yeah, they need to just make sure he doesn't get a frag. He's the one to change up this round if we really wanted to. And that's the opportunity they needed. A second, you give him the headshot angle. Lately gets a third for the round, but let's hold on. Sonic's still alive. Triton's taking high ground, I do believe. No, the minimap has deceived me. Two-man porch retake. Crossfire could be a quite obliterating. Gives away his position, Flexi, but he's aware of every nook and cranny, all the variable angles, and that's what he's there for. That's experience. You don't want to give Sonic this one-on-one, my friend, but that's I call it a 3-piece and a soda. That's a 4K.
Oh God, don't make me hungry right now, Tools. What I will say though is I love that Flexi doesn't swing from the wagon behind the hay bales. He's preempting that there's a second player there holding towards pit, and if he wide swings to take the fight, Sonic gets that kill, and then they have the 2v1 on the retake. So very well played there by Flexi to get that frag and maintain that advantage.
100%.
9-4, no money in the bank for Nixuh. That's going to be double digits at the bare minimum for Black Laminate here in the first half. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Not in my... and I didn't expect this to be the case, Tools. Not only not to go to a third map, but even, you know, to be having the storyline that we do right now when Nixuh are, I wouldn't say on the brink of losing, but it's heading in that direction right now.
All signs are pointing towards an L right now, because they haven't shown any glimpse of dominance, and that's what I'm looking for out of Nixuh.
Yeah.
With the star-studded roster like this, you kind of expect, you know, a scoreline of 16-5, 16-6, and so on. But Black Lam are proving they are worthy opponents.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that it's constantly when you're watching a game like this, it's always like, okay, but Nixuh are still going to find the gear eventually, and it's like, okay, but Nixuh, and then it's like they lose map 1, it's like, okay, but they're still going to, and now we're on map 3, and it's like, okay, wait, are they going to, like, could they actually lose this? Yeah, it's looking like it's a possibility right now.
10-5?
10-4, going to be, could even be 11 for them here in the half, and their individuals are banging right now, Tools.
100%.
They keep all 5 players alive. They're making a statement. These guys are believing, and they're showing that they're capable.
And not only that, when you look on the side of Black Lam, who's actually making mistakes? I'm not seeing any glaring mistakes.
True.
That's the thing. Usually it's two things that happen when you're playing against Nixuh. You make mistakes and they're performing well.
And they punish those mistakes.
And they punish those mistakes, which makes the scoreline look like 16-4.
Yeah.
But Black Lam aren't making outrageous and glaring, obvious mistakes. No, I can't really see it. You'd have to go through the demo. And from the eye test, they're playing good Counter-Strike. It's Black Lam who are Nixuh who are underperforming and need to be stepping up. Pull up the socks, guys. Last chance saloon, essentially.
And this is the best performance I've seen from Frozen in a hot minute, by the way. He has been instrumental on all 3 maps so far here for Black Lam. And the fact that he's been able to keep up this level of performance is that's the most impressive part here for me.
It shows that he's got a lot of hunger still left in him, even though it's towards the tail end of the year. But let's just see how this round unfolds. The usual useful set piece in the middle. Smoke the left, Molly Ducky, flash porch, take brackets, kill sound, and the stock standard jump spot and banana. And Frozen's even aware of that. He's trying to catch Triton on a misstep there or a misjump. And it's a hot shot to hit, and Lately good reaction to get that frag. And same time, the man doubles down on the kill. 1 player remaining alive on this site, and it's down to Black Poison. He picks up the 2-piece, even gets a 3rd. This is why he's there. He needs a 4th to keep them in this because there's not enough numbers in the site. ADM catches the Rapper and Chappie. I thought Chappie would have headed towards the site and try to get that trade, but it's down to Frozen 2 versus 1. He has his favorite weapon, the AVP, and he's giving some doubt and seeding it into the sense of Nixuh, so we can see the rotations coming in. Triton's even doubled back, so he's unsure where the information is.
Yeah.
So the comms might be unstable there. But Frozen, it all comes down to positioning after that bomb has gone down. All right, surely, Triton, if you're sitting near a speedway, you should be able to hear all of this.
I don't think he has. He definitely hasn't got that audio cue. Otherwise, Black Poison wouldn't still be rooted in the bomb site itself. Frozen's going to earn himself a very realistic win at this 1v2. I mean, there's multiple schools of thought of how to approach a 2v1 as the CT side. Often it's you either go 1-1 on each side, or you stay together and you retake together, and that's what Nixuh have opted for.
Yeah, and the one thing that can punish two players going in the same spot is the AVP. It's so hard to trade it if you're holding a tight angle, which he's doing so now.
Oh, no.
But he starts to press forward, so he needs to hit the first shot. The spacing isn't too good with Nixuh.
Oh, no.
And Triton, he got lucky. He got legged.
Yeah.
He's still bleeding and limping to defuse that bomb. But I'd rather be limping than taking now, moving into the second half. I'd rather have that. 100%.
He's not going to be in the coffin, at least not in this round. And a key 5th round picked up here by Nixuh Tools. It was looking pretty closely contested at one point. Yeah, great flash plays coming through there to get that opening kill. But Black Poison is the hero. He's the one who
100%.
saves them the round with this 3-piece.
Yeah, I felt, it's very hard when the spacing, again, it takes a lot of discipline, and it's very hard. Once you pick up the first 2 kills, you kind of start tripping over your laces. The spacing isn't good, and you get 3K'd like that without anyone being able to respond. If Black Poison went down immediately after that third, it still becomes a better looking round than a 2 versus 1 retake. But second round, or second half on the cards, 10-5. Nixuh, I do think they've got a really strong T side. CT side was a bit shaky. So let's see if they show a better face here.
Huge pistol round here for both of these teams.
Easy.
And it's going to be the man who opens up. I think he peeks from balcony room down in second middle. He's imposing himself here in this first round of the second half. Last half of the series, Tools.
Yeah, stand tall, beat your chest. Why not?
That is his modus operandus. And it's kind of startled Nixuh a little bit.
Yeah, you see they're going to a straight halt. It's the bomber, Kani. He doesn't want to go down. He has the util, so he's not jiggle peeking at all. It was actually ADM setting an upper apartments. Sonic, he's got the util too, and the bomb. So
yeah, he needs to be careful.
He's shown himself.
Because if he dies, he only drops 1 piece of that utility.
Maybe it's a 5-head decision, because if the rotator comes off B and they hit the B, off B towards the A start because they see the bomb. But I think that's just a bit too far-fetched.
Black Lamb aren't actually moving too many parts. As I say that, they rotate an extra player away from that B-bomb, so it looks like spotting the bomb might have actually affected them a little bit. And now it's all on...
That's crazy, though.
Is that Lately? It's Lately by himself. He's got a molly, though, so his player has to buy time, but he doesn't have the incendiary house and the jiggle, so he could get overwhelmed.
Okay.
There we go.
Molly the bomb, though. No, I would have held on to the Smolly and Molly the bomb plant spot to force them to have a bad bomb. You crazy, bro!
Yeah, you're
crazy, bro!
That's wild.
At least he didn't go down. His teammates are rotating in, and he's the hold backstage.
That's through the smoke.
Post plant. And you love those frags. If you're a CT, you roll in, you get free frags to the smoke. Everyone has a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
So it is a 3 versus 5 retake.
Dropped the bomb carrier as well, which bought a little bit of extra time. Now the retake can gain some traction. Kani tries to force the issue, but he's lost his life out. More fights breaking out across the bomb side, across the board. Adam has to clutch, able to get the first 2, but he gets clotheslined by Chappie. Very low health on both Chappie and Flexi, but they still win the round, and with that, the pistol.
Oh man, just like a flick each and they dead.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when he rewatches this back, he's gonna know this was winnable. He just needed to exercise more patience because he knew how far back those last 2 players were. We've all seen, you let them get close, you pick those specific one-to-one angles.
You force them to come into your proximity. You don't give them the fight.
Yeah, he picks up that frag over there.
Which one, Tools?
He picks up this frag over here.
This frag over here.
And then that pick over there. Yeah, see, he could have jiggle peeked. He didn't have to commit to that fight. He could have even jiggle peeked to reaffirm that he has time on that clutch. So, again, 5-11. Black man, every round they play, they're looking more and more convincing as a tight outfit, a proper team, a set team.
Going to be a force here from Nixuh. No surprise considering the fact that they got the bomb plant and the pistol that they lost. Though lose this, 12-5 becomes 13-5 immediately afterwards, and that's going to be an incredibly precarious scoreline.
100%. And I'm a big fan of this buy. Everyone opted for galleys to make sure there's enough utility. They're going to have, you almost think they have a better buy than Black Land does if they bait out the utility. Those Molotovs and nades are going to be a problem. They try, play ahead of the curve, try get into the sites a bit too early and rely on post plants. No, play your default, seek information out as they are right now. I like the flow and the pace of play.
See, lately he's got the UMP. Do you remember how strong the UMP was a few years ago?
I'm seeing it now in the major. I think is it back? I don't
really. I mean, the MP9 is still it's got such good movement accuracy, does great damage. Yes. Armor penetration's the best out of all the SMGs. I think MP9 is far superior in every regard.
100%. I mean, why not just get MP9 a more useful?
Bit of the sewing machine there, Tools, as you've dubbed it.
Love it.
Okay.
Piecing them, stitching them up.
Well, let's see how this round is going to be pieced together. Nixuh are going to prompt themselves in towards, say, bomb site. Black Poison does get out initially, but then they start to get shut down. Normally, when you get out successfully, the pressure shifts to the defense, but now the kills come through for Black Lamb.
Yeah, Sonic's able to get the trade back, but Frozen is there to equal out once again. Maintain that advantage. Don't let the line break.
Job's done.
For it.
No
It's
time.
Triton, 80 and left. 9 seconds. No, it's down to Triton. He's opted for the wrap, but it's rendered useless in this regard, in this situation. It's 12 rounds on the board for Black Lamb. Nixuh on the hot seat. The Bunsen burners at full capacity. Perhaps there's just no more gas in the tank.
I mean, that round wasn't convincing at all from Nixuh, if
Nope.
you think about it. Black Poison gets out of apartments, but then they just falter straight after that, and then they run out of options because they're smoked off, and they just try and force themselves into the bomb site, but they've no way of winning the round from there. 12-5.
And I see the method and the madness with sending Black Poison out into pit like that.
Yeah.
He successfully landed, but I've seen a lot of teams do that where the guy in mini pit just stays tucked into the left. So Nixuh has to swing out to properly take the full duel, which will expose him to bulk, lane, etc. So didn't pan out, unfortunately. Reduced to doinkles. Let's see if this can work out. I mean, they need to win ecos of their own. They lost too many not to win any.
Kani looking to force the issue. Wants to try and be the man to make the moves in the round for his team to have some sort of a chance in this eco, but he's lost his life. Next play comes through towards short. Chappie gets blinded up, but he's able to get out of dodge. Good movement there while blinded. And lots of damage done as well. So it seems as though Black Lamb have done enough here in the round to make sure they do check off that 13th.
Man, and it's not looking like any of the players from there we go. That's the Deagle. That's the B-side
B-side's
open, in fact.
yeah, open for business, man.
Why was that mistake made?
That's just an overextension. If you're the only player on that side of the map, you can't afford to give that up. There's no smoke for the cross, though. Adam doesn't have armor either. Makes it so difficult. And look who it is. It's Frozen again.
Yeah, comes through when you need him the most. He will be there. That's the boost. A bit of innovation. Easiest way to pick up a free kill on the guy planting. So even if it was a fake plant, they would have known. So a free round regardless. That's 13. I wouldn't want to be in the seat of Nixuh right now because one, no ideas panning out. None of them. Your defaults are just seeming to be flat towards the end. I mean, they just send Black Poison out with no real backup plan. What's the overarching plan so everyone can understand?
Yeah.
So maybe it's an IGL approach. The call isn't translating to the execution.
Tack timeout would be good now, Tools. You know, you think about it, you're down 13-5 on the brink of being eliminated from the event, going into the gun round. That is going to keep you in the game. Don't you want an extra 30 seconds to just talk about the round?
Exactly. I want to chill. If I'm getting, I want to chill. I want to be like, listen, gents, I need some water.
Yeah.
I need to stretch.
Yeah.
I'm getting destroyed. My timing isn't good. Maybe my turn of clock is a bit different right now. I need to just sort it out. Give me a pause.
Yeah.
Give me a tech pause, in fact. Give me everything you have.
Black Lamb only need 3 more rounds to win this series and eliminate Nixuh, while Nixuh need to win 11 here in regulation to win the series 2-1. Black Laminates are on the cusp of doing the unthinkable. And this would be a disaster for the Nixuh org, not just the players. You think about how they came into fruition in the South African scene. They headhunted and picked up the best possible players they could across the board. Yep. For them to not feature at the biggest LAN event of the year would be a calamity of the highest order.
I mean, the failure would be transcending in the sense that it's a huge investment not to get your worth at the end of the day. And especially coming from overseas, you need to. And Chappie, Kani, just trying to force the envelope here. It's never going to favor you coming through with smoke, especially when you're in overwhelming numbers. I do like the smoke. There's a bit of space. It causes confusion, but it needs to be capitalized. You need to be able to pick a timing. It's the bomber alone in the most dangerous spot you can be, in the enemy base. That's where they spawn. But Sonic picks a beautiful timing. Chappie was aware, but Sonic was quicker on the trigger. Now it's down to Black Poison. Just couldn't fix it. Probably read him. Has this number. It seems like he has this number this game.
Yeah.
2 versus 4. They've split open the A side and the B side. So essentially, it's a 2v2 on the B side and then a 2v2 on the retake. But they need to win the initial engagement. It's Triton sitting on low HP. There's a nade in the smoke between the two, but they need to piece it together. It's trying to find headshot. Dodging and diving, that's the first. It's lovely. Sonic comes to the back line. They've busted wide open, but the job isn't done. Triton, low HP, tries to find a timing here, capitalizing on an advantage. It's the rifle that comes out. 1 versus 1. Sonic is placed down a smoke. No, it was Triton sitting with it, and that's when you need Sonic to come through. He's the hedgehog. He was been there since the beginning, and he's hoping to be there at the end.
2 versus 4. If they lose that round, Tools, it's tickets. There's basically no way for them to get back into the series from that point. They barely had any options available. They had to go for the B split based on the positions they were both in, and it looked like Black Lamb was so uncomfortable on that B bomb site. They had a good crossfire, family, and dark, but then they try and go for the bait play. They want to get both players into dark, and then try and go for that bait, but they get caught in transition and shut down.
It's just, it's a gut feeling you have that you shouldn't have made that play. Stick to where you were. Dark family is the strongest crossfire.
Yeah.
But then you want to reposition, try to be too smart.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing we saw with Chappie, I think, on Nuke. You try to be too smart in one of those plays.
Yeah.
So they're overthinking it, which is a good sign. That means the brains are working. They're
overloaded.
They're operating. But try simmer it down a little. Man advantage effective immediately for the side of Black Lamb. And it's been a reoccurring theme.
This is a very weird investment coming through. Flexi hasn't invested at all. Everybody else is forced up across the board. That tells me there's some sort of a miscom. The man is in no man's land, out in the open. He's lost his life. So while they did get the opening kill, this round's looking still very difficult for Black Lamb. I don't know how they have any chance here, actually.
Yeah, Frozen needs to get into the play. He's rotated in, so let's see if he can find something on the rotation. A lucky frag was somewhat Flexi. He has a 5-7, can create a bit of devastation there. Oh, look at that lurk coming out from Black Poison.
I don't think that's worth
it. They're not even aware of this lurk.
They've given lately the AWP, and I know that he's low, but it's not like Frozen got given a rifle in response. Black Poison, as you say on the backstab, not at all accounted for. And while he will go down, there's just surely no way Black Lamb can make the retake happen. Only armor and one player, no kit.
Chappie, he's feeling it. He's going in. You can see him just slowly encroaching up Banana. Perhaps they got a buy coming in the next round that they're thinking about. Just do some exits. Do a bit of economical damage. But there's no kit, so I think that has to be the play. There's an AWP sitting in CT spawn, so that's going to be on the card. There we go. They're going to just crunch them in. I think Flexi's still there. Yeah, bit of patience. No, starts to peak. I don't know what the thought pattern or the train of thought was there, but it's okay. They still have the lead. Point is, you have the lead because you've been working hard and making smart decisions. Let's just try to close it out. You're 3 rounds away from achieving your dream.
Yeah, exactly that, Tools. If you beat Nixuh, you got the belief you can beat anybody in the country, obviously, at that point. And this would be the legit win. They beat Nixuh for ESEA, and you had me saying, yeah, but that win doesn't count. If they get this one counts in the highest order.
Yeah, that didn't count, but this counts.
This would count, man.
I was setting them up to tee them off, essentially.
But if they lose the series, that 2 versus 4 is something they will have nightmares of for a long time to come, losing that 2v4.
Cold sweats, PTSD.
Yeah, wake up in the night with the shakes, man.
Yeah. You'll be getting a happy meal and shaking at the same time.
Nothing happy about that.
Yeah. Still Pistolas.
Good awareness there, Adam.
I mean, that's their move. Adam's like, bro, that's my move. I literally did that.
The man's gone pretty cold, Tools. I think he was like 11-3. He's now 15-15. So, kind of fallen off a bit of a cliff here on Inferno. Nixuh about to reduce the deficit to 5. We did see Black Lamb in a bit of a similar position on Dust 2, where they were far ahead. Nixuh were almost working their way back into the game, and then Black Lamb still went on to win. So they've proven before that they can get their heads back in it once they've fallen out of favor.
Yes, yes. But what hasn't been proven is just Nixuh's fortitude and kind of perseverance to move forward. And now you can see they're piecing rounds together, pieced 3 together, and it's been the common theme besides the earlier on where they were able to piece 5. That's the only sort of glimmer of hope they've given me that, all right, they can stomach this, they can step up, communication chains have to be good, each individual needs to start stepping up. It's Kani, 9 for 16, but then again, we got to just analyze what role he's playing.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, a few flashes win matches, and if he's the guy sitting bottom stairs and all 4 of your players die running up Banana, what can he do? But again, overperforming, Frozen sitting 24 for 13.
Like I said, man, he's having a fantastic performance in the series so far. It's going to be is this a double eco for Black Lamb? I mean, yeah, it's going to be a double eco. Flexi surely gets a hero rifle here,
They've
right?
been doing weird things all game with the bars.
Yeah, weird economy management.
Yeah, I must fire the financial manager ASAP.
Yeah, get that CFO out of there.
Yeah.
Hopefully no crypto investments, because those are going to be in the dumpster now.
Man's buying NFTs.
Well, like, no F, thank
you. For 10 years or so, maybe we'll dabble back into that.
Perhaps. Okay, well, I mean, great path here for Nixuh to go up to 9, right? And at 13-9, when you look at that scoreline as a player, you've got a lot more belief than you did at 13-5.
Yeah, it's a bit more stress than the rest of the team if you Black Lama.
Exactly.
Ooh, they got double digits now. We were supposed to close this out a while ago. It's the small mistakes, and you got to be able to just forget about that, focus on the next round. But let's see if they can just close it up. Yeah, they got armor, they got utility. These have been the most dangerous rounds for them on the P side. So on the CT side, can they pose the same threat? Those are the questions that have yet to be answered. Utility, they've created a mess, they've created havoc, but now they need to just execute on that. It's Nixuh and the hot seat now. They need to recover. Candy, Black Lamb. Is there?
I was a little bit nervous there amongst the chaos. I thought that the pistols might be able to thrive, but they do regain control. Job's not entirely done just yet. And remember, this is about economic damage as well. I mean, winning the round is a stretcher for Black Lamb, but if they can get another 2 kills or even a 3rd frag here in the round, that would be fantastic. Yeah, they won't have a crack at this though, Tools.
Yeah, they got a faster moving in. Sonic gets blind, but thank Kanye is there. He gets the trade, but at least. And the last kill comes through
proactive
from Sonic. Whew. And aware.
Yes.
So it's a good heads-up play. I mean, he has to be the guy. He's got the big green. He needs to be the guy just trading off his opponents. He could have clicked there if he really wanted to. But anyway.
I love this here where he steps out though. He doesn't just sit behind the box and wait. He forces the fight. He gets the kill. 13-9. Finally a gun round here for Black Lamb. Feels like it's been ages since we've said that.
Yeah, because mismanagement.
Yeah, force into a double eco. Cost themselves probably a round late here on the buy.
Even now, I'd be saying, guys, we only need 1 kit. I'm not even kidding. Because
really?
Yeah, I'm even saying we need 1 kit. Make sure the kit's on the rotator especially. But Banana, once again, being tested from Nixuh. On the CT side, there were a bit shy in the engagements, as well as Black Lamb. It just seems no CT. We don't see 3 players going anymore. We didn't see it from Nixuh. 3 members going towards B earlier on the CT side, taking it as the usual is. And we're not seeing it from Black Lamb. Perhaps it's a meta shift, but I just think it's hesitation. You don't want to commit too many resources because you know the counter is a bit easier. Just 1 smoke can obliterate your entire plan.
What's the plan here, though? Kani's in apartments, creating options. There's also a 2nd player on that side of the map. That's Black Poison, I believe. 3 players towards the top of Banana. I think they're waiting for some re-aggression. And Black Lamb have gone for a bit of a read here, Tools. They've actually shifted a 3rd player towards that B bomb site, but it doesn't look like they're going to get an opportunity to mount the defense.
I mean, usually if you're in a posture up like this, you need to make a play, make a move for at least
some
top
info,
Banana.
right?
Yeah, get the top half wall Banana and rotate 1 back. But you're essentially saying, let's make the hardest side only have 2 numbers, the weaker numbers. But utility is key. I like the smoke from Chappie. He cuts off porch for the next 20 seconds.
And there's not much time left here.
Has to wrap. That's the only choice that Nixuh have. Otherwise, they have to go through the smoke. They have to go through this adversity, this mount, and there we go, Flex. I don't know how he goes down and didn't really see that frag, but it's a problem. It's a massive issue. The rotation's already there.
That's the bomb.
That's the bomb. That's the C4. That's what you need to play. That's how you need to win. 13 seconds. They need to make a play. They need to get the kills. In fact, because it's going to be tough. ADM comes through, but the man is there. Oh, 1 versus 1. Where is Frozen? Time is of the essence, and the round is theirs. 14-9. Black Lamb, I thought it was a mistake rotating 3 players to B, but the difference was they made a plan, they made moves, they started trotting down. Information is there. That smoke from Chappie probably won them this round, 100%.
Yeah, and he plays around it fantastically as well. How does Adam get 3 kills? That's what I'm so confused about. Look how quickly he gets these 3 kills.
There's 1 in middle, was it Alana?
1, 2, 3.
Was it his teammate too? I don't
there was
even know.
a TK, yes.
Oh,
there
he
was a
took
TK.
his boy out.
I didn't realize that.
Oh,
That's what
ADM,
the
you
3rd
need your
frag
boys.
was. That's so unfortunate on the lineup. And Nixuh dropped the ball in a huge way by losing that round. And Tools, this was the map that they nearly beat Eternal Fire on. They went into overtime against the Turkish team.
All right, so Black Lamb would have beaten Eternal Fire.
That's what I'm telling you, Tools. That's the logic.
Sick. Love it.
Okay,
absolutely
guys.
love
anyone
it.
who can't pick up on sarcasm, that was sarcasm. But still, that's a huge round for Nixuh to lose. And I love, as you say, how Chappie played that situation.
I must say, lately he's been playing a better he's been playing better Counter-Strike in general, and it's mostly because of the role he's been put in. He's forced to be thinking critically and making these decisions to allow the rest of the team to actually prosper. I mean, that's a heads-up call there. Yeah, he might questionable decisions here and there, but end of the day, it's paying off. And that's a flank from the man. It's just
No.
make it even worse. And
No.
the banana push. Who expects someone pushing through the smoke? They thinking, what? How? What? When? And why?
Yeah.
All these questions that can't be answered because you're in danger. You're in the midst of getting kicked out of the qualifier.
But not only that, the man kills the two players in the middle, and Lately still looking towards T-Ramp, and he gets that third frag. Sonic will step up with the AWP, though, get a massive kill onto the man. He needs to recover the C4, but Lately says no. It's on Kani to clutch. 1v3 needs to recover the bomb, get the plant as well. This is a mountain to be climbed.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Mission impossible. Frozen's on the angle. Frozen hits the shot. That's six map and series points here. You have Black Laminate.
6 opportunities to make mistakes. Okay, let's make it 5. So they've bought themselves at least overtime, which is nice. This is good. But we want more than that. That's not what you came here for.
Tools, if they go to OT, that would be really rough. I think Nixuh will win it if this goes to OT. But
100%.
right now, Black Lam have to get the job done. They've got 6 chances to eliminate the best team in South Africa. To cut off the pathway to land here for the likes of Sonic, Black Poison, Adam, and Kani, the legends and the fabric of South African Counter-Strike.
I don't believe it.
And look at the guns that they've got, Tools.
A knife?
Or lack thereof.
Oh man, this is scary.
My God, how have we arrived at this point? Black Laminate, what are you guys doing? 16-7 on Dust 2. And now 1 round away from winning Inferno.
It also looks like it's a different version of Nixuh. I've never seen such instability in a very long time. I mean, we scrimmed them the other day, we played them the other day. They looked like a really good outfit. Utility was landing, decisions were good. But I guess, again, when enough pressure gets put on you, you start to see the cracks and the grooves. And once that dam wall starts leaking,
yeah,
the floods will come.
Exactly, the floodgates open up. The flood now comes through towards the B-bomb site. There's 3 players here for Black Laminate. They get the kills as well. There's only Adam left remaining. He has to clutch. And while he has been able to find 2, there's surely no way through the round here for him.
What am I seeing? What is happening before my eyes?
Tools, this would be the biggest upset of 2022 for South African Counter-Strike.
The like of which we've never seen the like of which, Matt.
Oh my God. Surely not. 30 seconds left, and somehow he even has to get a plant out of this. And Black Lamb are playing this by the book. Giving him nothing, but seeking to take from him everything.
Starving of him information. He's looking. He's trying to squeeze out every bit he can. This is a game of inches, and that's information. The jig is up.
It's
3
done.
players.
There's no
Goal
way.
conversion. 10 seconds left. He's outplaying himself. One's going to sacrifice your life and Frozen. What a way and what a play. And why not him to close it off 16-9? I don't believe it.
What have we just seen? The Black Lamb graphic is on the screen. They have beaten and eliminated Nixuh from the Intel Africa Masters Regional Finals.